Coming up tonight on Murrow News 8, WSU parking is getting even smaller.
Plus, the Chinese president caused one major traffic jam in Seattle today.
And Bam Bam Cam is finally back with the Seahawks. Those stories and more tonight on Murrow News 8.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Kevin Fisher.
And I'm Wen-Chung Cui. Thanks for joining us tonight.
More than $27,000 have been raised for WSU student Tom Jorza. Jorza suffered serious injuries after falling from an 18-foot fire escape at the Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity this weekend. Friends, family, and fellow Cougs are having several fundraising events in support of Jorza. This Friday, bracelets that say "Pray for Tom" will be sold by his Delta Epsilon fraternity brothers. Next Wednesday, they will be hosting a barbecue. In addition to the fundraising events, a prayer night will be held for Jorza at his fraternity house of Delta Epsilon at 7:30 to 8:30 tonight. Jorza is continuing recovery at the Sacred Heart Hospital in Spokane. Finding a parking space on WSU's campus is likely to become even more painful for students. Several new building projects on campus will take place in existing parking lots, which will eliminate 175 spaces within the next year. Currently, there are 9,100 spaces available on campus. However, the WSU master plan estimates 4,300 spaces could be lost due to construction over the next 27 years.
Police say the man suspected from robbing the Wells Fargo in Moscow on Friday bought his disguise in Pullman earlier in the day. Police have received additional surveillance video from the Walmart in Pullman showing the suspect in the store. Walmart verified a transaction at self-checkout on Friday morning matched what the suspect wore as disguise in the robbery. The transfer station opened in May at the Whitman County landfill is now closed after it was shut down in late August. Workers noticed that 2 of the 12 3-foot-long bolts of an electric compacting crane was broken. The bolt had been sent to the inspecting agency to examine the cause of the break. The old facility will be used in the meantime.
The president of China was in Washington today, and he had one busy day. He made his way around the west side, stopping in Seattle, Everett, Redmond, and Tacoma. While he was playing tourist, it caused some major traffic jams throughout the major cities. While visiting the Everett Boeing plant, police and Secret Service had to shut down Interstate 5 and State Route 526. The president is planning to depart Washington early tomorrow morning. The Pope visited the White House today and shook hands with President Obama. He addressed the crowd in English while he discussed many U.S. political topics like climate change and religious liberty. Tomorrow, he will address Congress, and then he will travel to New York and Philadelphia to wrap up his 6-day trip.
Baseball legend and colorful linguist Yogi Berra has died at the age of 90. Mike Galano looks back on Berra's life.
It was Yogi Berra who said, "You can observe a lot by just watching."
It ain't over till it's over.
It's deja vu all over again.
Quoted by presidents and politicians, Yogi Berra may be more famous for his colorful turn of a phrase than his Hall of Fame baseball career as a New York Yankee. Born Lawrence Peter Berra, he was given the nickname by a childhood friend who thought he looked like a snake charmer in a movie. But it was Yogi's outgoing personality that made him a favorite of sports writers and fans.
There's some familiar faces here, but none more beloved than Yogi Berra. Yogi's been an inspiration to me. Not only because of his baseball skills, but of course for the enduring mark he left on the English language. Some in the press corps here even think he might be my speechwriter.
I don't. I really don't know I say them. It just comes out.
His so-called Yogiisms made him one of the most quoted Americans since Mark Twain.
Yogi Berra once said, "When you come to a fork in the road, take it."
Not real good at making forecasts, particularly if they involve the future.
Advertisers also took notice of Yogi's appeal.
And they give you cash, which is just as good as money.
Part comedian, part competitor. The 3-time MVP was one of the greatest catchers in baseball history. He appeared in an astounding 21 World Series as a player, coach, or manager. In 1998, the Yogi Berra Museum and Learning Center opened its doors, paying tribute to his career and his lifelong commitment to education.
It was fun. If I had to do it over again, I'd do it again.
Today is the first official day of fall, but it is still feeling like summer outside.
Well, Hannah will let us know if we can still look forward to this all weekend after the break.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun? Can you feel the sun?
Side with a high of 74 degrees today, and right now it's about 63 degrees outside. It will cool down tonight to the 40s. Moving into tomorrow, it will be even hotter, high of 81 degrees. It'll be a little cloudier though, and there will be some slight westward winds. Looking at the state map, the west side is going to have slightly milder temperatures, about 70 for the high, and then lows of about 50. And in the Wenatchee and Yakima area, it'll be highs of about 81 and then lows of the mid 40s. And then over here on the east side, Spokane, Pullman, also 70s. And then this nice weather will continue all through the next week. It's going to be sunny every day with highs of up to 76 degrees. And then lows in the 40s again, sunny every day. So if you're looking to make some outdoor weekend plans, hiking, biking, any of that, now is the time because we don't know how much longer this weather will continue. That's all the weather we have tonight. After the break, Jeremy will tell us all about how the Seahawks got their boom back.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Welcome back to Murrow News 8. I'm Jeremy Surigar with sports. Seahawk fans can now breathe a sigh of relief. Safety Cam Chancellor decided to report to the team today, which means he'll be back on the field to help the Seahawks make another run for the Super Bowl. With the Seahawks currently sitting at an 0-2 record, Chancellor felt it was best to help his team rather than sit out the entire 2015 season over a contract dispute with the organization. Pac-12 play tips off tomorrow as WSU volleyball prepares to defend home court against number 6 Washington in an early rivalry match. UW is undefeated through their first 10 matches of the season, while the Cougs have won their past 11 matches. The match kicks off at 7 p.m. in Bowler Gym and will be broadcast on the Pac-12 network. The Mariners traveled to Kansas City to face the AL Central leading Royals. After Kyle Seager and Robson Cano hit back-to-back home runs in the top of the first, the M's erupted for 7 runs in the third on their way to an 11-2 romp. Cano needs one more hit to reach 2,000 for his career. That's all your sports for tonight. When we come back from the break, Colby Crosley visits an annual German festivals, and cucumbers from Mexico infected hundreds of people.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning, 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash, 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
An unfortunate typographical error keeps the John Wayne Trail open for longer than it should. The trail is a part of the Ironhorse State Park and spans from Cedar Falls in the Cascade Mountains all the way to the Idaho state line. Mary Dye and Joe Schmick wanted to close a 130-mile section of the trail, but due to a wording error, the attempt was diverted.
A salmonella outbreak from cucumber imported from Mexico has resulted in 3 people dead and over 500 infected with food poisoning. There have been 10 reported cases in the state of Washington during the outbreak. The CDC said that 112 people have been hospitalized and over half of them were children. Federal officials also say the infected cucumber was recalled from 33 states.
WSU students come from all over the state. Murrow News 8 reporter Colby Crosley took a visit to his hometown of Odessa, where there is an annual German festival for those who want to get in touch with their heritage or to enjoy a nice sausage on a stick.
1, 2, 3, 4.
As the smell of sausage and sauerkraut fills the air and the sound of German music plays through the street, the weekend event that is Deutsches Fest is more than just a festival, it is an experience. Marcus Horak, president of the Chamber of Commerce, explains what Deutsches Fest is.
The fest was based off of our German heritage, and with that comes good food, good drink, and good cheer.
People from all over travel to this event as thousands of people fill the small town of Odessa, Washington.
There's about 12 to 16,000 people that walk through these streets during Fest.
Tim Coley, who comes from Tumwater, Washington, travels over 4 hours just for Fest weekend.
I come back every year for a couple reasons. One, I'm in the Oompahs and Mahs, internationally known polka band, and so they let me get out the instrument once a year and play with them. And then 2, I come back for the community experience, so that's the beer garden, block-long beer garden, all the food, and all the good cooking that's here in beautiful Odessa.
A lot of preparation goes into a weekend like this, as the town of 800 people is about to grow by thousands.
It usually takes about 12 months to get ready for the next fest. We'll start October 1st planning for the next fest. It takes a lot of effort from the admin side all the way up to the event, but right before the event it usually takes about a month.
This marks the 45th annual Deutsches Fest. I'm Zwei Sofa. Reporting for Murrow News 8, I'm Colby Crosley.
That is all the news we have for you today.
Join us every weeknight at 7 and 10 o'clock and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.